Okay, in this segment, we're going to start going over vehicles. Now, I've laid out an example of some of the vehicles that you'll find in the game here. I've moved some of the nodes out of the way, and we can see an example of an enemy vehicle in the Titan, and then a couple of the vehicles that you can have with the tank or the ATV. Now, vehicles themselves are going to have some special rules applied to them. Like, for example, with yours, they're not going to be able to help you unless you're on an outside node. The mission example that we have set up here, you see most of them are all inside nodes because this is inside a research station. So none of these vehicles would be able to help you in our example mission. But in outside nodes, they would be able to generate success levels or attack enemy units just like your regular troop type units would be able to do. But in an outside node, there would be no skill checks, there would be no attacks, anything like that going on. Plus, if you lose all of your units with the exception of your vehicles, then your mission is going to be considered to have ended in a failure. Now, some vehicles have different types of armor called a heavy armor, which changes the rules when it comes to attacks for these units. We can see that the ATV does not have these special rules because it has the same type of wounds and an armor icon that our normal troops have. So this vehicle could be hurt and attacked by regular small arms fire, say. However, the tank and this Titan, you can see that their wound counters look different. These are actually what are referred to as structure points, which means they cannot be affected by regular types of attacks. They have to be attacked by something called an anti-vehicle weapon, which we're going to be covering in the next video. So if you had this tank on your side, for example, with its structure points, it has 2 structure points for its health, it could not be damaged by any of the regular attacks from the mercenaries that we have set up here because it does have the structure points. It has heavy battle plate armor, and it'll shrug off all but the heaviest types of attacks. The types of units that can damage units that have structure points are going to have the type of attack listed down below, like you can see here, where our tank has a anti-vehicle with a penetration value and then a skill level to be generated like normal. This is a separate type of attack that some of your troops or certain enemy troops can have that will damage units that have structure points. And like I said, we're going to cover that in the next vehicle when we get into anti-vehicle attacks.